Ireland, 100 years ago. The sight of the Crossley tender lorry with black and tan soldiers on board struck terror into the hearts of the people. Forgettable events. The next decade will mark the centenary of many of these historic events. Events such as the 1916 Rising, the War of Independence, and the Civil War. It is now a fitting time to remember. Many who lived through those dark days choose to remain silent, and many of the stories were hidden away. Why was this? Historian Tom Toomey explains.
I would believe that it was largely owing to the tragedy of the Civil War. I think when after the Civil War, most people wanted to get on with their lives. They found that they didn't want the bitterness to go through to another generation.
Unfortunately, because of the silence, the stories of many innocent victims have been forgotten, like the young Donovan brothers, Aidan 14 and Cecil 17. Along with brother Thomas and cousin Ben, these innocent boys set out one morning in February 1921. They were searching for birds' nests and playing in a disused mill in Blackwater on the outskirts of Limerick City. A party of black and tan soldiers arrived at the scene and without warning opened fire. Aidan and Cecil were killed instantly. Tom Toomey and his commemoration committee were determined that the story would not be forgotten. They held information meetings, they published a booklet and erected a memorial.
Uncles. Unfortunately, my parents never really spoke of them much. I suppose they were so young, it was so tragic, they were just unable to speak about it.
Tom Toomey thinks it's important to remember.
If you don't know where you're coming from, how do you know where you're going to?
So for today, to have that monument erected is absolutely wonderful, the recognition.
And so at last, a fitting memorial is erected to the memory of Cecil and Aidan O'Donovan. It is indeed a time to remember.